This was a war of grown men against children, and it was one of the deeper reasons why Hitler dared to attack the Soviet Union. To create a strategic buffer zone, the Soviets sent 800,000 soldiers to strike at 30,000 Finns. When 300,000 Soviet vanguards charged forward, Finnish soldiers were stunned to realize that each of them would need to kill at least 30 Soviets. If their war of survival was to have any chance of victory, the Soviets deployed 300 T-26 tanks, each with 58-centimeter wide tracks, that tore through and ravaged the Karelian Isthmus again and again. Stalin believed that with the T-26 tanks and their 45mm main guns plowing through Karelia, the Finnish defenders would be forced to surrender within 2.5 days. But in doing so, he committed the classic Soviet sin of arrogance. Seeing they could not hold the front, the Finns deliberately staged a retreat. They let the Soviets press deeper into Karelia, pretending to be defeated. In reality, they maneuvered quietly around to encircle the Soviets from behind. Believing the Finns were collapsing, the Soviet troops fell into disorder and pressed forward recklessly. Suddenly, 3,000 Finnish mobile troops struck from the flanks and rear, joining forces with comrades in the front to attack the Soviets from both sides. The Red Army was caught in a trap, unable to fight front and back at the same time. For their arrogance and carelessness, they paid a heavy price and were forced to withdraw in haste, reflecting bitterly on their failure. The Finns did not pursue. Instead, they quickly fortified themselves in the forests and marshes, preparing for the Soviets' next assault. A battle that would shock the world was about to begin. Having learned from their earlier mistakes, the Soviets launched 300 bombers in a massive strike. The bombardment reduced the forests to bare trunks, preventing the Finns from encircling them again. The Finns, lacking anti-aircraft weapons, could only rely on camouflage in their white winter uniforms, waiting in their trenches to endure the Soviet air raid. After the carpet bombing ended, the Soviets blasted through the barbed wire and advanced in coordination with their tanks toward the Finnish line. The Red Army had hoped to rely on human wave tactics for a quick victory, but instead, they turned themselves into targets. 4 Finnish marksmen to practice their shooting. Finnish soldiers aimed carefully at the advancing infantry, pulled the trigger decisively, dropped a Soviet with each shot, then swiftly worked the bolt to reload, ready to kill the next man. The Soviets could not even see where the fire was coming from, yet their men kept falling one after another.